This is Nathan Fantasy Football League Updates.
Weather.
Nathan, Fantasy Football League updates. Welcome to the playoffs. It's time to predict the playoffs, and no better way than to do it the old-fashioned college game day style. Thanks for tuning in to the prediction video. In the last video, of course, we got you that playoff field so you know what to expect, and then there's always the losers bracket games as well. But before we get into that, a little bit of a surprise for all of those teams in the tournament. They're playing for something bigger this year, the 2024 championship ring. That's right. The winner will be crowned with a 2024 championship ring for winning this year. So it's very exciting. Comes in a nice little fancy box. And of course, a very nice ring with the 2024 logo there. So it's on the table. There's 6 teams fighting for it. So let's see what my predictions have in store. But before we get to that, we're going to meet the panel today for Fantasy Football League Game Day. We've got an exceptional panel today. So let's introduce them and let's then get into our picks. And we'll start with our good friend Chip Chipperson.
All I'm going to say is I am happy to be here and happy that the Fantasy League has hit the playoff time. This is my favorite time of the year, and we're excited to make some big-time picks because we've got some stellar matchups this week, and I'm all for those Rough Riders getting a bye week. They've defense wins championships, and I believe their defense showed up this year.
Thanks, Chip. We're excited to have you back on here for some game day, and let's waste no more time getting over to our old and good buddy, Dale Gladney.
Thanks for having us on today. Really excited, and it's been a good fantasy season to monitor. Really competitive all the way around. You look at some of the teams that were left out of the playoffs, and really, they could have easily been in and competing for the championship. So really excited to see how this whole bracket turns out, and some fun teams to watch.
And how could we forget the final man who has stormed onto the scene, a expert analyst and motivationalist? It's Matt McAfee.
Matt McAfee here, excited for the Nathan Fantasy Football League playoffs, excited to get you my picks because this has been an exciting regular season, and this is going to be an even better playoffs. I'm excited to crown a 2024 champion.
Thanks so much, Matt. Excited to see your picks as well. So let's waste no more time. We start our way in the losers bracket. Flying Squirrels taking on the Groundhogs. A rematch there from the bottom feeder side of the bracket. 2 teams that have met only once, and it was the Groundhogs walking away with a 179-129 victory. And a very good matchup this week. I think it should be exciting. I think Jaden Daniels and Sam Darnold and Devon Achane all go over 20 this week. I think Cooper Kupp adds some serviceable numbers along with Travis Kelce this week. I think they play pretty well. On the other side for the Flying Squirrels, though, Caleb Williams and Justin Herbert are going to try their best. I think Chase Brown goes above 20 this week, and so does James Conner. Amon-Ra St. Brown flips it back going the right way, and Jordan Addison stays hot. A fun matchup, but I'm still taking in a 10-plus point spread the Grand Rapids Groundhogs. That's my pick.
Well, looking at this matchup, it's a bottom feeder matchup, but give me the Groundhogs. I mean, Jaden Daniels, Sam Darnold, tell me how unexpected that young gun quarterback room, those completely at the beginning of the season quarterbacks that you didn't expect a ton from, but they showed up and they got it done. And That team's healthy now. Travis Kelce's looking a little bit more like himself. Cooper Kupp's been playing well. The Groundhogs did miss the playoffs, but they were a very competitive team all year. They just didn't have the rock roll their way. So give me the Groundhogs to take down those flying squirrels. This is really a bottom feeder bowl. I mean, both these teams have been terrible. You look at the Flying Squirrels, they've had injuries, they've had trades not work out, players not pan out. This has been a bad year for the Flying Squirrels. On the other side, the Groundhogs they've had some bad luck. Games haven't worked out their way. I like the talent on the team, though. Cooper Kupp, when healthy, has been good. That unlikely quarterback tandem of Darnold and Daniels was exceptional at all times this year. Travis Kelce did not look good this year, though. Luckily, you had Jonnu Smith down the stretch. So some things to work on, but I like the Groundhogs in this matchup. Give me them to get it done this week over the Flying Squirrels.
Well, hold on a minute. I know the Groundhogs have really been good with everybody healthy, but the Flying Squirrels have turned a new leaf. You look at, the quarterback play. Caleb Williams has elevated himself as most rookies do down the stretch. So I think he has a pretty good performance, and I think Justin Herbert adds kind of a more better dynamic than we didn't expect fantasy-wise with that new Harbaugh run offense. So I think they both play really well this week for the Flying Squirrels, and how about you just add on a good week from Amon-Ra St. Brown who figures it out? Give me the Flying Squirrels this week.
Well, there we go. Almost a unanimous 3-1 Groundhogs over the Flying Squirrels. So we'll move on now to the other losers bracket game. This one's going to be the 7 versus 8 Zestmeisters, who just missed the playoffs, taking on the Empire. I think this is a good one. I think the Zestmeisters have the better matchups. I think the Empire might have some of the better players. I think the Zestmeisters, though, are going to be hungry after that loss. I mean, you look at Lamar Jackson, Kenneth Walker, hopefully healthy this week. Chuba Hubbard is going to play pretty well. Nico Collins, I think, has a big week. So does Kittle and Jennings and Sutton. You look on the other side for the Empire, though. I think Barkley, Jefferson, and Nakua, again, are going to do their best, along with Bake Show and Jared Goff, to try their best to get it done. But in a 10-plus point spread, I'm still taking the Zestmeisters to kind of be upset and kind of look at the committee like, what are you doing? You left me out. What do we think about this, guys?
I'm going to be the first to say it. The Zestmeisters should have been in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now that fan base deserved to make their first playoff appearance. They earned it this season with the way Lamar was playing, Chuba Hubbard was playing, Jordan Mason was playing. Even without the number 1 overall pick, that team fought, and they're a bunch of dogs. So I think they're about to come out hungry and take it to the Empire. So give me the Zestmeisters to get it done.
I know it's sad the Zestmeisters missed the playoffs, but how about the Empire, who have gotten everything figured out down the stretch? Granted, this is their first time missing the playoffs in league history, but I'm still taking the Empire because guess what? Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, and Puka Nacua have figured it out down the stretch. This could have been a deadly playoff team if they don't have mistakes early on this season. So I think this is a really good Empire team, and I think they take down the Zestmeisters.
Losers bracket, I think Zestmeister's got a lot of good matchups this week compared to those Empire, but they do still have Saquon, and he's a 40 bomb along with Jefferson and Nakua waiting to happen. Just not this week. I think the Zestmeisters will be angry missing the playoffs, so give me the Zestmeisters with some quality matchups to run up the score this week on a solid Empire team.
Now we move to the playoffs. A lot of kind of a split committee there between the Empire and Zestmeisters, but I'm still taking the Empire, or the Zestmeisters rather. Now we move to our 3-6 matchup. Arguably not a 3-6 matchup, and if you're wondering where the Rough Riders or Cave Shrimp are, both of them earned first-round byes. So we'll go to our 3-6 game, Iguanas, Bunnies. Another really fun matchup. They've met only once, again, with the Iguanas winning that one 174 to 133. Bunnies really cold stretch here at the end. Iguanas, the offense has cooled down a little, but it's still there. Tyreek's kind of emerged, and CeeDee Lamb's playing pretty well still with Cooper Rush under center. I like both of them to play pretty well. Bowers, can he get another 30 bomb? I don't think so. He'll probably play serviceable, but that quarterback duo, Hurts and Burrow, have another game, and so does Montgomery, in my opinion. For the Bunnies, though, they've got to show up. We talked to their coach yesterday. I think Derrick Henry has to be the leader in that room. He has a big game. I think Aaron Jones chips in, and A.J. Brown's got to figure it out this week. I think he might not, but Terry McLaurin will this week. And then C.J. Stroud and Stafford play serviceable. I think this one's a lot closer than people expect. That Iguanas offense doesn't pull away. And in a 1-point spread, courtesy of the extra 5 points, don't forget the top seed gets 5 points. I'm taking the Iguanas this week. I think they've got enough firepower to get it done. I think they get it done just barely, though, thanks to those extra 5 points over the Bunnies. But I think it's close.
Whoa. Now I know the Bunnies have really struggled down the stretch, but that's no need to hate on them. But still, I think offense is going to win you this tournament, and I think the Iguanas have the best quarterback tandem week to week with guaranteed 20-plus from Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow, and now that Tyreek has figured it out, they've got a fabulous tandem of Tyreek Hill and CeeDee Lamb in that receiving room, and they've got some solid running backs to back it up. So I'm taking the Iguanas, but I still think the Bunnies put up a good fight this week.
Playoff time. I mean, these are some fun matchups. The Bunnies squeak it into the playoffs. I think it should have been the Zestmeisters, but the Bunnies make it in. They were terrible down the stretch, so I'm going to tell them right now, you better start hopping, Bunnies, because the Iguanas offense is about to run over you with how good that offensive unit is. They've got the best quarterbacks in the league, some of the best receivers in the league now that Tyreek's back. That Bunnies team is about to get ran over by an Iguanas offense. That team is going far this year. Whoo, playoff time. Love it. Love this matchup between these two squads, Bunnies and Iguanas. You know, I'm all for the defense, and I'm all for some heavy running the football. Derrick Henry is the man. I think he could pull off the upset this week for the Bunnies, but, can I see it? Yeah, give me the Bunnies. Give me the Bunnies to upset this week. A poor offensive week last week for the Iguanas. They have another poor week this week. I think Tyreek regresses a little bit. So give me the Bay City Bunnies.
Wow, okay. One Bunnies in there, but a lot of offense backing Iguana fans. We move on to our final matchup, Avengers Bandicoots. Another really thrilling matchup, and I like this one. I think, you've got the reigning champ from last year trying to defend his title. He squeaked in. We didn't know if it was going to be him or the Zestmeisters. And then the Bandicoots, who are new to the whole playoff deal. They haven't had a lot of success here or found themselves in the playoffs, but they're here. So I think this could be a fun matchup, and their offense is pretty good. Looking at the Avengers, though, I think they've got the top scorer in the week. I think this is a big Mike Evans week. He gets in the end zone a couple times. So give me Mike Evans to have a big week. You look at Mahomes and Rodgers, I think they've got easier matchups. I think the matchup game goes more towards the Avengers than it does the Bandicoots. But I'm still taking the Avengers to have some pretty good games, and the top scorer of the week in Mike Evans. I think they get serviceable ability from Metcalf and Andrews, and then Gibbs and Hall, if healthy, perform pretty well. The Bandicoots on the other side, Kyler Murray plays well. Bryce Love. Whoa. How about Jordan Love, there we go, plays pretty serviceable. I think Bijan goes above 20. Kyren plays well. Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers have kind of found their stride. Jamar Chase, again, over 20. So in a 5-point game, I am taking the Bandicoots to take down the 2023 champs. I think the Bandicoots offense is going to do enough to get it done. The Avengers kind of sputtering. Mike Evans will assist, but not enough to overcome the Bandicoots.
Ooh, this one's a good one. National, or the returning champion, and then you get the Bandicoots, who are looking to make a name for themselves here in the playoffs. I like the Bandicoots offense a lot. They've got some young studs, and I like those Avengers, though. They've got some of the older heads, like Aaron Rodgers. I think Breece Hall's not going to be good to go this week, though. So give me the Bandicoots to get it done. I like that offense. I like Jamar Chase to have a big game this week, along with Bijan Robinson. So give me the Bandicoots.
Not so fast. You cannot count out the 2023 champions, the Michigan Avengers. They've got a winning culture. They snuck in, yes, but they've got Patrick Mahomes leading the helm, Aaron Rodgers to figure it out. They've got a fabulous running back duo in Hall and Gibbs, and they've got a borderline elite receiving room when they find their week. It's very spotty, but when DK Metcalf and Mike Evans both play well, that's a very good wide receiving room. So give me the Michigan Avengers, because why not on an upset? We love a good upset, and I'm taking the Michigan Avengers, the 2023 champ. Experience goes a long way, and they've got experience in the playoffs compared to those Bandicoots. So give me the Avengers.
The final one's a fun one. Let me tell you right now, the 2023 champions, the Michigan Avengers, they've got the experience. They've got the veteranship in the room. They've been here. They've done that. They've won it last year. They're trying to repeat, and they know what to expect in the playoffs. Do the Bandicoots have playoff experience? No. Do the Avengers? Yes. They've been there 3 years. They've got the best overall record as a manager. They've got the pieces. It starts with Patrick Mahomes, a champion culture player. Aaron Rodgers has done this before. That running back tandem, Jahmyr Gibbs, Breece Hall, the wide receiving room can click. Mark Andrews is figuring it out. This is a team that is built for championships. You can't deny success in the 2023 champion. So give me the Brisbane Bay Bandicoots to upset the Michigan Avengers and take their crown. I'm telling you right now, that offense is humming. Bijan Robinson's going to get into the end zone. Kyren Williams finds his way to the end zone. Those wide receivers, Devontae, Jamar Chase. Why not another 40 bomb? Give me the Bandicoots to take down the reigning champs, because why not?
Well, there we go. That's all of our picks for the first 4 matchups. Rocky River Rough Riders and Cave Shrimp get it done in the bye week, of course. They'll meet the winners of course, the Cave Shrimp will take on the winners of Iguanas and Bunnies. And then the Avengers and Bandicoots will take on the Rocky River Rough Riders. So a fun set of matchups that, it's going to be interesting to see how they play out. Keep an eye on those, but thank you guys for joining me. It was an exciting week of picks, and of course, still on the line, the trophy. Now, the ring. One of these teams will be crowned with a ring. It'll be exciting to see and follow along with that. Thanks for tuning in this week. We'll see you next week with the first round results and then our round 2 predictions. Until then, I've been Nathan Arbon, the Nathan Fantasy Sports Talks channel, and we'll see you again real soon. Good luck to all of your teams in the first week of the playoffs, and we'll see you again real soon.